In a world full of noise and endless distractions, where the city never sleeps and voices compete to be heard, one podcast dares to cut through the chaos. Welcome to the Oracle 19 podcast, where truth meets thought and bold ideas spark conversations that shape our urban world.
Fire!
Welcome to a brand new podcast. And as always, this is the Oracle 19. And my name is Mr. Greatness. If you want to put your business on this platform, you can email us at evolutionoflondon@gmail.com. Yes, want to expand your business? We're already in 80 countries and growing. You want to do good for yourself. You want to advertise at an affordable rate. Just email us, evolutionoflondon@gmail.com. And that's the same email if you want to make a free will offering to the podcast via PayPal. Again, same email, evolutionoflondon@gmail.com. Now for general inquiries, the Oracle 19 at the oracle19radio.com. We have different links to other affiliates. www.linktree.com/Evolution of London. We have a Patreon channel, which we have videos that's not posted on YouTube and digital artwork, and we do consulting services as well. www.patreon.com/Evolution of London. You can shop online to our baby shopping mall, which is www.evolutionoflondon.com. We have a whole wide range of products: men's, kids, ladies' clothes, jewelry, house products, all different types of house products, cologne, perfume, much more. Over 10,000 products. That's evolutionoflondon.com. You can also check out evolutionoflondon.org, ORG, for custom clothes, accessories, and digital products such as EBooks for personal as well as business use. Once again, that's evolutionoflondon.org. Now, check out the company, Royalty 9 International. They make homemade candles, 100% soy wax, 12-ounce jars from scented to unscented. Now, the scented candles is from frankincense, myrrh, jasmine, eucalyptus, rose, blueberry. Their new product, blueberry, very good, just to name a few. So if you want to place an order for these luxury candles, email the company, royalty9international@gmail.com. And you can also find them on Instagram and TikTok, Royalty9 International. Music, Cheap Limousine channel on YouTube. You have a whole wide range of different beats. So once you go to his YouTube channel, like, subscribe, and share to Cheap Limousine channel on YouTube. And continuing to train on YouTube is the Greatness 19 channel. That's our educational channel to open up your third eye as we approach 1,400 shows. Yes, 1,400 shows on the Greatness 19 channel on YouTube. We have a lot of content for you. So check out Greatness 19 channel on YouTube, as well as Mr. Evolution of London. Mr. Evolution of London is our health and wellness channel. You can support us that way. We definitely will appreciate that. That is Mr. MR period Evolution of London Health and Wellness channel. Now, we on all major platforms, the Oracle 19 podcast. Any information I haven't mentioned will be in the description box of the Oracle 19 podcast, the Greatness 19 channel, Mr. Evolution of London, both of those on YouTube. Rumble, can't forget that, rumble.com, just type in the Oracle 19, and finally www.theoracle19radio.com. Now, today's topic we're going to talk about is definitely, I might wild out on this one, why some women don't deal with black men. No, it's not might, I will. Why some women don't deal with black men. And I got this topic, I was on social media, and I hear a lot of different races, say they don't matter. And even our own race of women say, oh, I don't want to deal with no black men, yada, yada, yada. They this, they that, they this and that. And they, basically, black men is rated anyway, the scum of the earth. Due some of these women's bad experiences, and then the stereotypes, what they see on TV, etc., or maybe their friend been through some experiences with a black man, or family member, or see on social media. You know the rest. Black men is considered the scum of the earth. Basically, they have problems. They're never going to deal with them. They say, I'm going to deal with a white man or Asian man or Indian man. And that's that. Now, I have a response to that. Who gives a fuck, personally? I don't give a goddamn. If you want to abandon ship, then who cares? Just don't come back. We don't need you. If you thinking is great, I hear on social media how these women talk. Like, it's so great. I'm not going to deal with black men no more. I'm going to deal with this man. Black, and then it's the same ish when you abandon ship. Or if it's not, so what? Why you even have to even go on social media and say, oh, I ain't gonna deal with black men no more? Who cares? And black men, you shouldn't even care. First of all, you should have abundance mindset. If the Asian bitch don't want you, or the Indian bitch don't want you, or that cave woman bitch don't want you, or that black Negro bitch don't want you, who gives a fuck? Now I'm raw with it. Who cares? Any woman can catch a stray with me. Yeah, it's already sounded offensive. So what? Now you got some good women and, all the races, and I'm not going to call them out. This not dealing with the good women of other races that appreciate a black man, or etc. Or even my own race of women that appreciate a black man, etc. But these are the ones that go on social media and want to run the black man through the mud because of your own funky experiences. So what? You probably stink anyway. Who cares? Go ahead, go. Why are you even talking about it? Why are you even getting on social media and talking about it? Just go and do it. Go and meet your Prince Charming from the white man, or your Prince Charming from the Asian or Indian man. Go, go, go. We don't need you. Why talk about it? And see, black men get, if they have one bad experience, and see, again, with social media, black men is always, if it's one black man that's a degenerate, if we got, let's say out of 100,000, let's say out of 1,000,000 black men spread throughout the whole planet Earth, if you have, let's say, a couple of thousand, let's say 50,000 out of 1,000,000 is degenerate or show degenerate behavior. You can make no mistake about it. All black men is that way, and then all black men is labeled. You see that on CNN and all major news. You see that through social media. It's just automatic. All, most, and black men, look, don't even sweat it. This whole world is your oyster. This whole world is your oyster. Not these funky women from other races, or even your own race that be all, I ain't gonna deal with them, or all black men is this, or most black men, I went through this relationship, I got ran through the mud. Maybe because you're a mud bitch. A muddy bitch. Maybe that's it. Maybe you're a degenerate. Have you thought about that? You're probably a degenerate. So you're going to meet degenerate people. You meet the people who you really are. A fucking waste. A piece of shit. That's what you are. And that's from all race of women. That's who you are. Yes, my profanity today is up now. And I'm not even mad. I'm just firm. I was on social media and I seen this Puerto Rican bitch talking about, I ain't dealing with black men no more. She deal with your own Puerto Rican dude. Go do it. Nobody's stopping you. You don't need to go on social media. And you're probably a fucking degenerate anyway. I'm willing to bank on it. Your behavior sucks. You suck. Your family sucks. Your mammy sucks. Your grandmammy sucks. Not literally, but your personality. Trash. If I did a background check, you probably is trash. So all these women complaining and stuff like that, like you innocent and pure and stuff, you probably trash. Something about you is trash. Now there's exceptions to the rule that you just so good and so innocent. There are a percentage that you just got ran through the mud. I'm sorry. But that, for the most part, if you do a deep dive on yourself, you trash. So you attracted trash. Again, there's exception to the rules, and you might be that exception. You so good, you so innocent, and the big black man just ran you through the mud. But if you do a deep dive off of your personality, you trash. Your whole vibe is trash. And that's what you got. So, miss me with all of that. Oh, I don't want to deal with a black man no more. Well, then good. Go. Go find somebody that's going to save you and you're going to have a happy life. And just make sure you keep going. Don't come back after you put your body through the UN. Every man, every nation got you. Then if it don't work out when you become a nation, bitch, then you want to come back to the black man. No. You stay where you at. The United Nations of men got you. So keep going. I hear a lot about this. And black men, you don't even worry about it. Not at this stage of the game of life. If your own woman thinking that you trash and you're not the best quality, well, you go find that Prince Charming of different races, and then see if that works out for you. The grass is not always greener on the other side, but go. You don't have to be on social media, talk about the my black man he did this, he treat me wrong, and I don't deal with black men no more. I see a lot of that on social media. Go get that man. Who needs you? I don't need you. Young black men out here, black men in general, old and young, we don't need you. Listen, don't sweat it if your woman, would leave. And don't sweat it if other race of women don't want you. So what? Who cares? And black men, when you really analyze that woman or women's, social media, just don't even sweat it. Don't even get mad. And, in the beginning, many moons ago, I used to get offended by that. Seriously, I used to why? Especially if it's your own woman. And then you hear other women saying slick stuff. Then I started when I'm watching social media, I analyze these women case by case basis. I'm studying them as they talk. Even in real life, I hear those stories. And I'm looking at those type of women. I'm looking at their looks, inside and out. I'm looking at their body. The ones that's saying all of this. I'm looking at their personality. I'm listening to them. I'm studying them. And everything else in between. And when I study these individual women of different races or our own race of women that say all of this, I look at them, I say, they a piece of shit anyway. You look at them. If it's your own race and of women, black men that's saying all this slick talk, a lot of them is skinny, ugly, nobody. That's why they're not going to get nobody. Nasty attitude, nasty, most likely nasty hygiene. So what? Go to other race. You can have them. Most likely. Not in all cases. There's exception to the rules. Yes. But most likely they are trash anyway. That saying, I'm going to go to the other side. Talk about your own black woman. And then you have other race of women, that say, I ain't messing with no black man or whatever, because They hear all of this stupid stereotypes. Keep it going. These women of other races that be saying all that slick talk, like, yo, go. Or stay. You don't have to mess with black men. Cool. Look, and if you analyze them, what are you missing, black man? Flat butt, no shape, degenerate minded women of other races saying that? Yo, go. You look like a chicken. Look, goddamn bird. Some old white bird or Asian bird, Indian bird, Middle Eastern bird, whoever bird that say, oh, I ain't dealing with black men. So what? So what? What am I or what black men are missing not dealing with you? Well, then deal with your own race. Then you good. You good to go. You straight. You made it. You don't need to go on social media. You made it. You got what you want. Life should be good. I know this black man here ain't missing you. This black man here is not sweating other race of women. Say, I ain't dealing with no black man. So what? Who cares? I ain't missing no sleep, and you black men shouldn't miss no sleep neither. And a lot of this comes from, I'm going to break down 3 categories, personal experience. Some of these women been through with my lower class of black men. They've been with them and it just didn't work out. And it's what it is. They think, well, you jump in, you get a white man, you made it. Or you're going to be all right. Life is going to be good. The grass is not greener on the other side all the time, ladies. But go ahead, do you. You don't have to go on social media and parade around. Just go and do it. And you find a lot of times the degenerate class of black men, and it's not only physical, it's a state of mind. When you deal with, you got to look inside yourself and find out who you are. If you are mentally a degenerate or do degenerate behavior, or you just trash, not only physically, but just mentally, you're going to get what you get. You're going to get of who you really are. So a lot of these women have these personal experiences and they just, been through it. And it's called accountability. And a lot of women, most women, this is really the problem for the most part. Again, there's exception to the rules. But accountability. A lot of women is not accountable for their degenerate behavior. And they're not superior-minded women. So you're going to meet certain lower class because you are who you are. The average woman out here is not, and especially in North America, it's not wife material anyway. They concubine material. That's just, I'm saying, in North America. In all races in North America. Now, I can't speak of places around the world because I'm not there. But I can speak of North America because I'm here. I'm obviously not in every location in North America, so don't be simple. But I can see, I have a better read of being in different locations in life or experiencing different people in North America. North America, I'm saying United States and Canada. So I can get a beat of the type of women here and the type of women here is trash. Because if you look at the quality of women of who they are, the average woman out here, they can't cook. It's one or the other. They can't cook. They can't clean. The hygiene is poor. This might fit in one of these categories of these women or all the women. They might have all of these characteristics, but we just say this. You might find that can't cook, very important. Can't clean, very important. Hygiene, for a man, it should be important. A black man, it should be important, especially because that's the conversation I'm talking about is black men. They bring those skills. They can't conversate. They have no intellect skills. Very low level thinking women. They're not attractive. They just average. Most of them are below average. They don't keep themselves up. I'm saying collectively, whether it's white woman, Asian woman, Indian woman, black women, collectively, nobodies, so they ain't getting nobody. Collectively. So you're not missing anything when you're dealing with these modern women out here. You're not missing anything, black men, because they average to below average, the ones that's talking this. A lot of times the stereotypes is in place. Black men is too aggressive. Well, we have a certain nature about ourselves different from any other race. Loud equals aggressive. Like I'm talking right now, it will be aggressive. But I'm not aggressive. It's not like if I seen you and we have a conversation, I'm just going to be grabbing you like a lion and attacking you just for no reason. I'm very logical. Being assertive, that's what I am. Being assertive is threatening. And see, that's projected in modern day society. That because a black man is loud, he's aggressive. He might attack us. If he's assertive, oh, he's threatening. They project that in the workplace. They project that in the neighborhood. You get in the neighborhood, you're talking to 2 or 3 black men at the same time, and you might be talking sports. You loud. They aggressive. Call the cops. Be on the job. You might be on the job, black man. You're assertive. You got to get your point across because you know you're in the right. You threatening. He might attack me. This is the label and always have been the label. And we can't forget this one. Black men are irresponsible. We have no sense of responsibilities, especially as fathers. That is definitely put out there. Deadbeat fathers. And you ignore the statistics about black fathers and how much they are involved. And see, that stereotype runs rampant. They have shows like Jerry Springer and all these other talk shows that show the degenerate class of black men. they show the degenerate class of black men, the lower class, because you could find lower class in all nations, believe it or not. I know it's hard to believe because you think your white man is the flagship of men. And that's a proven fact because the white man could travel anywhere in the world and he be labeled as dateable, not even knowing his character and his hygiene and his mindset, but he's just the flagship because let's be for real, in North America and European nations, who's in power? The white man. So he could travel anywhere in the world and considered the flagship of white society or society in general. You figure you made it. Asian women feel they made it. Indian women feel they made it. A lot of black women feel they made it when you have a white man. And very well, he could be a degenerate in many different ways. Might have money, but he's a degenerate. He shows his caveman side of him. But you ignore that. And so that's put up within the society of the world that the white man is the flagship and black men is considered deadbeats. And then when black men travel around the world, he's only good for one thing, just thinking he's just some old big black buck that have his a large genitalia, and that's what he is. Just one big genitalia. I'm saying this in a clean form. One big genitalia. That's it. So if you already dealing with black men, that type of woman, she already have a degenerate mindset right off the top. If that's what she feels about you, and that's it, then she already have a degenerate behavior. That's what you need to pick up on, black men. Just because you get an Asian woman, an Indian woman, or you traveling to Thailand and all these other places, yeah, enjoy yourself, great. Far out. For sure. But that don't mean you getting a woman of a substance. You getting just someone just with a degenerate mindset because that's the only thing she sees. So it's just a physical thing. She's not wife material anyway, if that's all she sees. So right off the bat, you should know. And a lot of these women around the world, they have a degenerate behavior because that's what they feel. So you're not missing anything when they just say, I ain't gonna deal with the black men no more, or I ain't gonna deal with them at all. Because that's all, they don't have nothing, no substance anyway. Because if they had substance, they wouldn't come out with that, because they will have a certain mindset that that's just some of black men. That's not all. But that's the stereotype. He could dance, he sing, he could entertain me, that's it. So you should know, black men, immediately about that type of woman of any race. And back to, the deadbeat fathers. I mean, if women are going to feel that way of any race, including your own, black man, then she's a degenerate. She have degenerate behavior. You're not going to go far with her, whether it's a black woman or any other race. You're not going to go far with her. Trust me. If she just feels that just black and with no substance and no research or just no common sense of life, and she just feel that just most black men is deadbeat fathers, and you check the statistics and you just see what's around you. If she's not that open, she's a degenerate anyway. You're not going to go far with her. Trust me, you're not going to go far with her. And if you have a woman, any race of woman, just feel that a black man is just dangerous, he's just going to commit crime. I got to be scared of him, or I got to be scared of all black men. She's not a woman of substance anyway. I was going to say she's not your woman, but she's definitely not a woman of substance. It's a waste. Trust me, it's a waste. She's a waste. You're not going far with her. You're just going to be miserable. And you could bank on that. You're just going to be miserable. Because she's going to bring nothing, no substance to the table. Because in her mind, that's what she feels. She's going to be fearful of you. She think you dangerous. She watch media, social media. She watch TV shows and all that. She just see black men, just the degenerate class of black men getting hemmed up, I was going to say, but getting arrested. Hemmed up is just a slang, just saying arrested, just for people that don't understand. And again, you're not missing anything. Those type of women that say, "Oh, I ain't gonna deal with black men because of these examples." You check her character out; she's a low-level thinking of a woman anyway. Not someone that you can raise children, any race, including your own. Not someone you could raise any children. Certainly, black men can't commit, hypersexualize. No emotional depth about a black man. If these women, a lot of women feel these things, that's not your woman. That's not someone you can take seriously. You can have fun with them, but that's it. And most of these women around the world are just fun girls. They low-level thinking women. Not all around the world, certainly. So I will never paint a picture of all. Because, see, this is a negative world in general. That's why I say most women. Because most women, I could pivot, say most men, to make you feel better. Because women, you just bashing women, all right, women power. Most men is negative as well. How about that? Because that's all races, because we live in society, in the world, that our mental capacity have reached the all-time low within society around the world. So men and women have degenerate behaviors and are degenerates because the world population have reached an ultimate low in terms of intellect. So they're not, in reality, in my humble opinion, people around the world, men and women, are not dateable, not marriage material. You can have fun, but they're not marriage material. I'm talking about around the world because they have low-level thinking. I hope that makes sense. So I could broaden it for you. But this topic is not about that. This topic is about why women don't deal with black men. So I'm sticking with that today. But to expand, to make you feel good, the world is negative. So you're not going to find men or women of a certain caliber. But let's continue to what people feel about the black man. He's broken and unstable. Just ignoring the systematic barriers that have been put in place. in comparison to selective comparisons to other men's failures. See, Chris Rock said something a long time ago. He's a comedian. Just in case you don't know Chris Rock, American comedian. Look him up, watch his shows. Very entertaining, stand-up comedy. See, when the white man, and other races I would say, but the white man particularly, the sky's the limit. He can go anywhere on the planet Earth and he could be a degenerate, but because of his whiteness, he's considered great. So the sky's the limit. Black man, the limit is the sky. He mentioned when he lived in Alpine, New Jersey. Alpine, New Jersey is an exclusive neighborhood. He's a multi-millionaire. He had to go through leaps and bounds to move there and live in that area. But there was a white man that was just a regular dentist. He didn't invent teeth. He just was a dentist. And he was his next door neighbor. To paraphrase what Chris Rock is saying, he had to go through a lot. And he's a multi-millionaire, famous all around the world as a comedian. You can Google his name, Chris Rock, and his name pops up. He had to go through a lot to move in Alpine, New Jersey. But a white man that's just a regular dentist just was able to live there. He didn't invent teeth. He didn't recreate life. Just a regular dentist. Now dentists make great money, yes, but it's not was like the president of the United States. But again, this is something that is known, just in case you don't know. The sky's the limit with a white man. Black man, the limit is the sky. He got to go through a lot. And that's what it is, because the stereotypes is real about a black man. It's believable, I should say. It don't have to be true. It's just believed. And it's reinforced on the news, purposely, in movies, definitely, TV shows. It's purposely put out there. Black men is not put. If let's say Hollywood have they put out a show of a black man being successful. Let's say one show of him being successful, well-rounded black man. There's hundreds of shows that show him just dancing and singing and making a fool out of himself. So that 100 overlaps that one. And that could be reverted to TV shows, commercials. That's what I meant to say, commercials. Social media in general, clippings. The music industry. See, one viral clip defines millions of black men. Bad behavior from one black man becomes, this is what black men do. You have individual behavior versus collective behavior, and black men get the short end of the stick. And I say this, you know what? If you, as a woman, believe these things and you stand on it, then who cares? Don't bother with black men. And you don't even have to say it. You don't have to get on the soapbox to explain it. Just keep it pushing, and make sure you keep it pushing, and don't come back. Don't come back if that relationship from a different race don't work out. Then you like, yeah, I need a black man. No. Your vagina already been through the United Nations of men. I don't want you back. And I don't think black men should offer that, because the way you left you left and you abandoned ship. No, you did that. You did that purposely. You put black men in a negative light. I could see if that was just your choice at the time, but no, I can't really say that. I can't say I understand that either. But I'm just for the sake of argument. You go and deal with, I'm saying a black woman dealing with another race, and you just have that stereotype of your own black man, then just keep it pushing. Never return. And then you should have a happy life, and you made it. You can talk. And I'm speaking of black women here. You could just all of a sudden talk, differently. Yeah, hi, good morning, for sure. Now you could be that white woman you need to be. You just be that white woman you need to be. Or be that Asian woman you want to be. Or be that Indian woman you want to be. You have the hair already. You're already putting on the hair already of a different race. I know, ouch, right? So you might as well just keep it pushing. Be Asian, be Indian. Ouch, I know. I know. So I know Mr. Greatness is on one. Keep it pushing. That's what I say. And for all the other race of women that hear the stereotypes and believe it and don't want to deal with a black man, that's fine as well. Nobody, I mean, if you have that type of stereotype, then I'm gonna have that stereotype too. Nobody want no curry smelling, fishy smelling Asian Indian woman neither. Now I'm throwing the stereotype. How about that? You throw the stereotype of the black man, I'm throwing a stereotype of you too. How about that? How about that if I just came out and just say, all you Asian women, I don't want y'all anyway. Y'all smell like fish anyway. Fishy smelling bastards. Or if I want to say that the Indian woman, should I come out with that stereotype too? I don't want to deal with no Indian woman that's curry smelling bastards. You curry smelling flat butt bastards. How about if I came with that stereotype? Is it righteous? Mr. Greatness is wrong, right? But see, that I'm just saying that if you want to stereotype, we all stereotype. Okay, let's all play in the sand. No, let's all play in the mud together. Mudsling each other. You see, that's how damaging the stereotypes of black men are. That's the moral of the story. This is why a lot of women don't want to deal with black men, because these are the examples. Stereotype. Then there's the psychological and social consequences. The constant self-monitoring, got to check a black man. He got to always position himself to make people feel safe. To pressures to appear safe. He goes out in the streets, he can't look a certain way. He's threatening. Other races can be whatever, but him, if he's dressed in a certain way, he's not safe. We need to watch him. He always got to over-explain himself, his intentions. Always being monitored. Being rejected before any connections. Oh yeah, he don't know anything. Black men don't just face rejection. We face assumptions right off the bat. So this is why you have the stereotypes. This is why a lot of women don't want to deal with a black man. These are the examples. Yes, you got black men, some black men that contribute to the negative perceptions, but you find that in any race. But for black men, we as black men, if you get in this stereotype and you have these women that feel a certain way, good. Keep it moving. It's not that deep. If you already decided who a black man is before meeting him, then you never met him anyway, and you should just keep it pushing. But I have to say this to black men: most likely that woman is a degenerate anyway, had degenerate behavior, and she's definitely not wife material, and you could pretty much bank on that. Low level thinking of a woman, whether it's your own race or any other race. You're not missing anything, black men. And to put it in perspective, this is a big, big world. Many moons ago, like I told you earlier, that used to bother me. It really did, to have, whether it's your own woman or other race of women, feel a certain way. But at this stage, I don't care, because I have abundance mindset. There's millions and millions. You got to play the black men. You got to play, and men in general. This is take a page of what I'm saying about black men, but you could apply it to your life too. Black men, you got to play the numbers game. Let's think here. Around this world, of course, you might not have the money to reach the world, but wherever you live, let's say you live in Brooklyn. There's hundreds of thousands of women in Brooklyn. I'm trying to break this down. You have to have an abundance mindset. Let's say you live in Toronto, Canada. You can't find one woman on the East End. But there's hundreds of thousands of different women, if you're going in that direction, black man, all over the city, the state, the province, country where you live, where you reside. There's hundreds of thousands of women in Brooklyn. If you can't find Brooklyn, there's Queens, there's Manhattan. Just hop on the train and go to the events and spread yourself out. Because for every one man, there's like 15 to 20 different women. Spread yourself out. It's a big world. You don't have to stop at one. Or if she's not giving you no rhythm, like they have these stereotypes of black men that on social media, there's so many women that be willing to work with you. And I just look at it as like that. Women come and go. It's collectively, they come and go. How I see this, because I'm a reverse it a little bit. I look at women, people, and the people they have. And sometimes I look at one particular woman. I'm gonna say this and keep it real with you. Keep it trill with you. I seen a woman, fat, obese, stink looking of a woman. And she got a man. So I seen a woman with one leg. And she was like a 2 on looks. She got a man. The moral of the story is anybody can get anyone. So I can find one too. I'm speaking just hypotheticals here. And for hypotheticals really for you, black men. There's always somebody for you. If these fat women can get a man, one-legged women could get a man, then you can get a woman too. There's somebody out here for you. You just have to put yourself out there, and there's many different ways if you focus on that. There's the social media dating route, there's the passport route, there's in your neighborhood route. You know, you just have to put yourself out there, market yourself more. But it takes a lot of patience, and there's a lot of, you gotta go through hundreds and thousands of different women, but that's the game. Because for every one man, there's 20, 25 women, but you gotta, in order to find those 20 to 25 women, you gotta go through thousands in Brooklyn and Queens and Manhattan and Bronx and Long Island and Staten Island if you're in the area, or New Jersey or Connecticut if you're in that tri-state area. But I would say this for black men. And men, you could take a page of what I'm about to explain. You don't go out here hunting, you know, just going crazy hunting for a woman. You really be the best version of yourself. And it just will, I believe this, it will magnetize, it will come to you. When your self-esteem is on point, when your money is on point, and it's not about being a millionaire, just being able to handle your bills, have a firm grip of your bills, being self-sufficient, keeping yourself in shape, building your intellect, then you're going to find quality women. It's just going to magnetize. I believe that. I've witnessed that. It happened to me. So I'm not worried about it. Black men, you should not worry about what these women think and feel. Who cares what they think and feel? They're always going to think and feel a certain way. Their mind's always going to change. Women's mind always going to change. They're very fickle-minded. Speaking in general, any race of woman. So that's how it should be, black men. You should just be keeping it simple personally. Deal with someone that understands you, your own that understands you, your own woman that understands you. Because other race of women, here's the reality, they're never going to understand you fully because they're not of your nation. That's first and foremost. It will never be an understanding. It's like an elephant dealing with a giraffe. They're both animals, both from the animal kingdom, but there will never be an understanding because there's complexities with that. There's lifestyles, culture, eating habits, thinking habits, environment. Now, can it mesh? There's exception to the rules, of course. There's exception to the rules, but collectively, black men, when you deal with other races of women, they're not gonna never understand you totally. Not like how your own woman will understand you. That's just a fact. That's just a fact. That's just what it is. You can make it work. You can make almost anything work. But if you're talking about the natural flow of life, your woman for you. Just like you have other races, they got their woman for them. That sounds like some separatist type of thing. It might come across that, but no, I'm talking about the natural flow of life. I know racist white people have a field day of what I'm saying, but I can agree to a certain degree. They coming from a negative standpoint, but it is a natural flow of life. It's a better chance of understanding. But can you work that? People make miracles. So hey, it's always exception to the rules. I always say it's always exception to the rules, but the normal flow of life, your own woman for you. Now, that's another issue. Whether she want to deal with you, we already know within our community the atrocities and the degeneracies of our nation, our different 12 tribes. But again, that's something that we all working on, right? Black people, supposedly. But it's a negative world, so we're not going to have, of any race, but if you're saying black men, you're going to always, it's going to be problems because this is not your kingdom. And this is a negative world, so you're going to always deal with the problems. The best thing for you to do to control your destiny, to have a firm grip of what you can do, is worry about yourself. Get your mind right, your physical right, your economics right. You have a better chance to work on that and control that. And I think that's what you should be focusing on, black men. And other races can apply that as well. You have a better chance of controlling that situation. So I think that's what you should work on. You should work on that, and everything else can flow. Then you could be the Black James Bond of the world. As you traveling, everybody will kneel before you. And the most dangerous thing, see, these stereotypes is put by government, let's be for real, by society, mass media. What color are they? What race who's in power in modern day media? CBS, white, old white men. Let's take it there. Government, who controls, what race of people controls government? Old white men. US, old white men. Canada, old white men. Collectively. Now we have different races in parliament or different races in Senate and Congress. I'm not talking about that. Collectively, who controls the world? Well, the Chinese, no. It's just think. Who's in power? Collectively, old white men. Media, old white men. Do the paper trail. Find out what race of people controls any media outlet. And you find, for the most part, old white men. So they put in these stereotypes because they are the owners of these media outlets. And they just put it out there. Black men. Black men is the worst. Black men. There's nothing powerful. Let me tell you how powerful the white man, I'm talking about on that level, don't want. One of the worst nightmares you can find, the most dangerous thing you could find, young, gifted, and black man. I say the black James Bond, young, gifted, and black. 30, 35 years old, in his prime, well educated, physically fit. His paper is right. He could travel anywhere around the world. He's debt free. His intellect is on point. His knowledge of self is on point. And he's a good looking black man. Pause. The height and everything with that. Ooh, the most powerful, dangerous thing of white men and all races. He traveling around the world. He can get anybody. He could do almost anything. You know, white men don't want that. Black men in his prime, single and free, debt free, fits the category tall, dark, and handsome. Pause. Could get any woman of his choice. Intellect, well-rounded, no self. Most dangerous in society. The ultimate nightmare for white men. Because he got his woman, your woman, their woman, everyone's woman. Naturally. So you don't want that. Single, no children, anything. That is the most dangerous. The ultimate nightmare, like I said. The ultimate, I call him young, gifted, and black. Taking a page from the Big Daddy Kane, if anybody's into hip hop. Young, gifted, and black. Listen to that song. Hype song. Young, gifted, and black. Yeah, nothing. So they have to put the negative stereotypes. He's the best. He'll be the best man on the face of this earth. He's the most sought after man. Black men is the most sought after man anyway, especially for the physical. But to get that combination, ultimate nightmare. So what they have to do, poison the community, the black community, with negative stereotypes, poison the community with physical drugs, poison the community of putting propaganda to cause dissension between black men and black women, cause dissension within the community in general, in terms of religion, in terms of who we are, cause dissension within our own tribes of people, black people in the community, hating each other. Put the propaganda already out there, so just wound us up and let us go, and now we fighting among ourselves. So you don't have to do anything. You just say, they just fighting. I don't know. I didn't do nothing. They just fighting. So you just put that propaganda out there, and now we just hating and fighting. So white man could just fall back. I'm just going to say allegedly so I don't get flagged. If I don't get flagged anyway, who cares? Shadow banned anyway, probably. So this is what it is. Why some women don't want to deal with black men. I gave you the whole perspective. Hopefully this will enlighten you. Until the next time. Take care.